So hey, good morning folks, and welcome to another video. This week we're looking at product that I use consistently on the bike. WD40 have kindly sent me a bundle of products to test and have a look at. So we've got brake cleaner, we've got the total wash from WD40, the standard WD40 spray that everyone is used to, but what we've got here is a unique set of motorcycle products. So like I say, you've got the brake cleaner, you've got the total wash for washing your bike, you've got the chain cleaner, which I highly recommend, you've got motorcycle chain lube, motorcycle chain wax, you've got Silicone Shine, which I use an awful lot on the bike when I'm cleaning it, and then you've got this specialized wax and polish, which also I really like. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through each product individually and have a look at these and give them a good test over the next few weeks, and also I'll put a little update video after I've used these products for some time. Some of these products I've used already, but there are some of these that I haven't used yet, so we're going to give them a good test. Okay, so what we've got here is WD-40 chain cleaner, and highly rate this stuff. I've used it lots of times. Just attach the red nozzle. Now what I use here is a paddock stand to get the rear wheel off the ground, but I also cut a piece of cardboard, and basically I use that to shield from spraying on the tyre. And then what I do is I just liberally give it a good spray, get all the muck off the chain. My chain is quite clean, and it is that way because I use good chain cleaning products and lubrication, as I'm using here from WD-40. So I'll go around the chain and get all the muck off until I get to the other end and where I started, and then I'll just put some on a cloth and give the chain a good wipe off with the cloth to dry it. And then after that I'll apply some chain lube. And one thing to remember, notice as I'm wiping, it's actually going forward, not backwards, otherwise you'll get your fingers trapped in the sprocket and then it'll end up in a disaster. So make sure you push the chain one way and not the other. Okay, so I've dried that off, and now it's time for a bit of chain lube. Okay, so we move on to chain lube. Give it a good shake, and I'm just going to use the cardboard again. And I'm just going to do a section at a time until we come back to the start. So that's the lube on the chain. Now if you have used any lube that flings onto the wheel in the past when you're riding along, pretty much all chain lube does. I think the only stuff that you can get that doesn't is chain wax or like a dry lube, and we're going to use the chain wax once this is dried a little bit on my chain. So what I normally do is I use some chain lube and let that dry, and then I put a chain wax on it just to seal it, but you needn't do that. You can either use the chain lube or the chain wax to lubricate your chain. So let's move on to the chain wax. Okay, so WD-40 chain wax. This is O, X and Z ring compatible, and it has excellent corrosion protection and outstanding anti-fling properties. So if you don't like a lot of fling on your back wheel, then use WD-40 chain wax. So I'm just going to apply it pretty much the same, and you see here it goes on in like a white waxy effect. Some people prefer chain wax to chain lube. Okay, and that's the motorcycle chain wax from WD40. Okay, so we move on to WD-40's brake cleaner. Now if you were changing your brake pads or just wanting to get rid of brake dust within there, then I recommend brake cleaner from WD-40. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm not going to change my brake pads today, but I'll just give them a good old squirt in the backs and just get all the brake dust out and let it drip down onto my cloth just there. Like I say, normally I would use this stuff if I was changing my brake pads so I could clean inside the calipers, but I'm not going to take them off just now. The brake pads are nearly new, so no need to take off. But yeah, brake cleaner from WD-40, brilliant stuff. Okay, and onwards to the motorcycle total wash that they've sent me, and this is a product for removing dirt, oil, grime quickly, cleans in minutes, and for use on bodywork, components and carbon fibre. So it's kind of a pre-wash, so basically you wash the bike over as normal, and I would add some of this on all of the bike, give it a good squirt all over, and then wash it off afterwards. So basically you can get it on any of the paintwork, on the wheels, anywhere you want, and then basically you can just leave that on for a minute or two and then basically wash it off. It says between 2 and 5 minutes, and that'll get all the grime off. So that's WD-40 motorbike total wash. So the next product I'm going to use is the WD-40 wax and polish. Now I've used quite a few aerosol wax and polishes, but I must admit this one really gives it a deep gloss finish, leaves no streaks, and you can use it on plastics, carbon fibre and chrome. So all I'm going to do with this is just add a little bit on the cloth, and then basically I can wipe it over the paintwork or even over the plastics, but I have something else I use for plastics. And then once you've wiped it on, just leave it for a minute to dry, and then basically just wipe off. So it's just a wipe on, wipe off with a dry cloth, and preferably a microfiber cloth. So I don't know if you can see that. You can see a nice glossy finish, and it also feels nice to the touch that it's a very slippery surface, whereas some polishes you can apply, it leaves like a grubby surface which allows dirt to contact and stay on the bike, whereas this is very slippery. So yeah, really happy with that. And that's the wax and polish from WD-40. Okay, so let me show you now what I use on the plastics. As you can see on the MT10, we've got a lot of black plastic areas around the nose, the side scoops, just where the water reservoir is, various bits on here. Oh, and by the way, you can use this on the windshield as well. So I use it pretty much on all painted surfaces and also on windscreens. Okay, so next up is the motorbike Silicone Shine. Now, as I said, I use this for the plastics, so I give the plastics a good old covering. And once I've coated them in the Silicone Shine, I basically take a dry cloth and I just run over them, and then it leaves a nice black surface, and also it keeps your black plastics black, which a lot of people ask me how I keep them so nice looking, and basically that's how I do it. So you can see there the black plastics. That's how I finish them off when I'm cleaning my bike. So that's the Silicone Shine from WD40. Now the last thing I'm going to mention is your standard multi-use WD40 product, which can be used for stopping squeaks, loosening rust parts, free sticky mechanisms, drive out moisture, and clean and protects. Some people have used this on the past on black plastics. I prefer to use the professional Silicone Shine that they do. But what I do use this for is actually just to clean the exhaust pipe. Just give the titanium exhaust a wipe over after I've cleaned it, to just protect it, or if you want to spray some of this on any of the metal parts just to protect them, and that's all good. One thing it does come with now is a flexible hose for getting into those tight nooks and crannies, and that's the standard WD-40, which everyone knows. So I use that also from time to time on the bike. Okay, so I'd just like to say a big thank you to WD-40 for sending me their products to test, and very happy with them, and recommend them highly. I've used other products in the past, but it's nice to know that WD-40 have a complete range of motorcycle care products now. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll catch you on another video.